And if I fell asleep today, now, I'm sure he will come up and rescue me. He will continue with the talk. He's got more knowledge than me. And our Pak Adi, our next guest speaker, Alhamdulillah, it's an honor to be here with you guys. I'll try to make this talk very short. I know you're all tired fasting, and myself, I just came back from call. And let me just be on stretching. Just stand up, everybody, please. The game we play in here, if I sit down, you stand up. If I stand up, you sit down. You test our concentration. Okay. Take a deep breathing, deep breath. And out. In again. And out. Alhamdulillah. I try to see who's concentrate. Right, was very good talk by Pak Adi. Sorry, I was a bit late to listen to your talk with Dr. Aziz. Just one remark on the Quran. I remember one of the Sheikh, he told me, he told all of us, the Quran is the most, is the widest, is the largest number in terms of books being read in the whole world, but it's the least understood by the readers. I think because there's a lack of effort for the readers to understand the meaning or to even take steps to learn Arabic language. So inshallah, I think Brother Abdul Aziz was saying there's Arabic class. Oh, but Rohim was saying there's Arabic classes in Manchester.
There are 800 millions of Muslims we don't know.
There you go. There you go. Usually this talk, Ramadan and your health, will be boring, really boring stuff. Because doctors will tell you to eat good stuff and leave out the bad stuff and stop smoking. All the good stuff you have to stop and start doing the boring stuff. But inshallah, believe me, brothers and sisters, Ramadan is the best state. You are in the best state, alhamdulillah. May Allah SWT doesn't make this our last Ramadan. Inshallah, we'll see another Ramadan, inshallah. You're in the best state, physically and spiritually, when you're fasting. Spiritually, clearly in all the hadith we've heard, all the gates of paradise is opened. And gates of hellfire are closed. And all the Satan, devils are chained. Right? That from spiritual point of view, we are in the best state. Okay? And from physical point of view as well, we are in the best state, which we'll discuss a little bit on that. And another remark on a Muslim nowadays is priority. We tend to lose our priority. And to know our priority, that's when knowledge comes. And to have knowledge, you must have effort. To have effort, you must have sacrifice. To have sacrifice, you must have intention. So from intention, you gain knowledge. From knowledge, you know your priority. The reason I raise this priority business is because health. We tend to look down on our health, don't really look after our health that well. We're supposed to do. Just let us look at a few Quran and Hadith. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا كلوا من طيبات ما رزقناكم واشكروا لله إن كنتم إياه تعبدون. Eat, all you believe, eat of the good things which I have provided for you. And another ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya ayyuhan nas. You can see Ya ayyuhan nas, as Brother Padi said, Quran is for human being. So Allah addressed Ya ayyuhan nas, and also Quran for Muslims. Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu. Eat of what is lawful and wholesome on the earth, and follow not in the footsteps of Satan, for surely he is your open enemy. And this is another ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, spend in the way of Allah, and do not cast yourselves into destruction. وَلَا تُلْقُوا بِأَيْدِيكُمْ إِلَى التَّهْلُكَةِ. Do good, for Allah loves who do good. This is clearly instruction from Allah, from Quran, from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for the Muslim to look after or to consume healthy items, healthy food. Because one of the hadith as we heard before, the stronger Muslim is better than the weaker Muslim. There we go. And they will that in the hadith, Bukhari is mentioned, there will time come when the man will not bother about what he consumes, whether it's halal or haram. So there's another couple of Quran says about alcohol. Okay, and then this is the reason I put this up, is to show the relationship between the iman, the believers, and the health, the importance of health, and we should look after our health. Once Prophet Muhammad ﷺ wept and said, ask Allah for two things, forgiveness and health, good health. For after being granted certainty, one is given nothing better than health. And no one will be allowed to move from his position one day until he's asked three things. One, how he spent his life, and how he used his knowledge. And he earned and spent his money, and what pursues he used his health. Okay, next. Very popular hadith, grab 5 things before 5 things come. Youth before old, health before sick, wealth before poor, free time before busy, and life before death. This hadith means a lot. One for those time management, who are really concerned about management, and also for those who are concerned about productivity. This hadith shows that Islam wants us to produce the best of the best. Say, if you're healthy, you do things, for example, like what? You can think clearly, you can produce your work to the best. Compared to when you're sick, you still produce some work, but to the lesser extent. Poor performance. So Islam wants us to perform the best and to produce the best when you are in the best state. And to be in the best state for us is to look after our health. Agree? Not? Agree or not? Yes? Oh. Are you fasting, guys? You're fasting? MashaAllah. Yeah. Alhamdulillah. And yeah, just a quick remark on that. In youth state, if you, alhamdulillah, if you strong in ibadah, steadfast in ibadah, when you reach the old state, old age, when you're no longer able to do all this ibadah you do, you still get the reward continuously. This is in the hadith sahih, inshallah. And also Winston Churchill mentioned, healthy citizens are the greatest asset of any country can have. I'm a GP, and he's a GP as well. I've got a few doctors here. We know how NHS is struggling with funding, not enough funding to look after a patient, especially the chronic diseases. Becoming more palliative, they can't do anything about it. Becoming more palliative care. Right. Come to the benefit of fasting. I'm sure we've heard all this before. As we know, it is not only Islam who introduces or practices fasting or observe fasting. It has also been practiced by other religions, Christian, Jews, Greek Orthodox, and etc. Many other religions. There's another one is the Church of Daniel. Have you heard that? Very popular. And what's the other one? Quite a few. From all over the world. Not only in Asia, but in European and other countries. It covers the whole world. Because they know the benefit of fasting. Right, just quickly, what happens when you fast? What happens when you fast? Any takers? What happened? What happened to your body? Tired? Yes, we feel tired, don't we? If you relax. Okay, if you relax. Why you feel relaxed? Digestive system becomes
Stomach is empty.
slowly empty, yes. And then you feel relaxed, partly because you produce the hormone called endorphin. It's been researched, and you tend to produce endorphin release when you fast. Do you know what endorphin is? It's have you heard the term endorphin rush?
Now we are doing medical now, science. Go on, brother.
It's a good feeling hormone, in other words. It's a good feeling hormone.